G'day everyone, welcome to class. Today we have 5 poses, 10 breaths each with minimal cueing. The idea is to bring yourself into the present moment, to focus on your breath and just to allow your body to do what it was made to do, and that is to move. No props required. When you're ready, we'll get started. So our first pose today is downward facing dog. If you don't feel as though your body is ready for downward facing dog, I'll pop a link up here just to another short warm-up flow just to get the body working, and then if you want to come back to this video, you absolutely can. We will be making our way into downward facing dog twice today, so it will be 5 breaths each time. We're here for 10 breaths in total. Little pedal out through the feet to begin with. And then once you feel ready, you come into stillness and we breathe. Last breath. From here, shuffle left foot a little closer to right foot. Right leg rises straight up and back as you breathe in. The exhale, pull knee through chest as you roll forward. Land the right foot just where your right hand was. Drop the back knee, keep the back toes tucked. Then you interlace your fingers, lean forwards, and push against the right thigh to lift the chest. You could stay right here, you could reach the arms overhead, but we are focusing on the hips here. I quite like pressing the right hand down into the thigh, the right palm down into the thigh, and just resting my left open palm on top of the right wrist. Pulling shoulder blades back, lifting the chest, flexing into the left glutes. Here for 10 breaths. The latter 5, if you want to add on, right elbow rests on the right thigh, left arm reaches up and over to the right hand side of the room. From here, sending hips back, straightening out your right leg and starting to fold over the front of the right thigh. You can untuck the back toes here, using your hands for support. Little flex of the right toes towards the face as you drop the head. 10 breaths. Halfway. Last one. And letting your head start to rise. In a moment, we'll come up to stand, but before we do, walk your fingers back towards you a little, rebend the right knee and fall off on the outside edge of the right foot. Just a moment here to shift from side to side, and a little bit of opening through the inner right hip there. And grounding the right foot down, tucking under the back toes. I'm just going to step the left foot up to meet the right, come all the way up through standing. Setting up for tree pose. I'm going to be standing on the left foot. The right foot will come towards the inner left thigh. Lift us up as high as is available right now. Press the palms together, thumbs between the sternum, elbows rise high. Find a focal point to keep your eyes on. We're here for 10 breaths. Five more to go. And last breath. Gently soften the right foot down. Shake out the left leg. I think that's the longest I've ever been in tree pose, to be honest. And it was a challenge. So well done for you if that worked out. I'm coming straight back to downward facing dog. There is no time like the present, my friends. Pedal or shake out whatever needs to be pedaled or shaken. And when you feel ready, it's our second 5 breaths in downward facing. Last breath. And right foot shuffles a little closer to left. Inhale, left leg rises straight up and back. Exhale, knee draws through chest. Left foot's going to land where the left hand was. Back knee's going to drop onto the floor. And keep the back toes tucked under. Interlace the fingers. Rest them against the left thigh as you lean forwards and push against the thigh to lift the chest. Again, your arms could reach up, or you could rest your left palm face down on top of the left thigh with the right palm on top of the left wrist. Feeling pelvis move forwards and down, the chest lift up and back, flexing into the right glutes. We're here for 10 breaths. See if you could keep your eyes closed. If you did on the previous side, latter 5 breaths, left elbow on the left thigh, right arm lifts up and over to the left-hand side of the room, feeling that side length. Last breath. Bringing it back through center. Sending the hips back, working to straighten it out through the left leg, using hands for support. You could untuck the back toes if you want to. Allowing the hips to move, the foot to move freely for just a moment before settling in for your 10 breaths in a half split. Let's take the first together, shall we? Two more breaths. And as you rise up, shuffle the left foot back towards you for a moment. Rebend the left knee, fall on the outside edge of the left hip. It's a little movement from side to side to feel a little more space through the inner part of that left hip. And then as you set the left foot back down, we pick up the back knee, come all the way up to standing. And we're going to prepare for tree pose, this time standing on the right leg. If it takes a little bit longer for you to mentally prepare for the tree pose, take that time, because you know it is tough to get into the shape. You find your focal point. Right leg is in Tadasana. Left foot's going to find its way towards the inner right thigh. There's a firm pressing action of foot into thigh, of thigh back into foot. When you feel yourself come into the shape, we breathe. Chest lifting high. Right thigh engaged. Four more breaths. Last one, let's take it together. Inhale. Let it out. And then very gently, returning the left foot down, shaking out the right leg. Well done. Our final pose before we finish off, and if you want to roll over the toes or crack out the toes and ankles, let that happen. I know people either really enjoy that or they do not so much. I really like doing it, but I apologize if you don't. You come to a classic Uttanasana Ragdoll shape, feet hip width distance apart. Bend the knees quite a lot to start with so you can feel the rib cage rest against the thighs. You can catch hold of opposite elbows here. You could just let the back of the hands rest down towards the floor. The intention is to really let the head go. So instead of holding that tension and lifting the chin, think chin moving towards the chest. Chest moving towards the thighs. Thighs lifting as the crown of the head is dropping. And when you arrive, we are going to be here for, you guessed it, 10 breaths. First together, inhale. Allow yourself to be. Two more breaths. Last one. And to finish off, simply bend the knees, come down towards a malasana. Not here for long, this is just your opportunity to find the counteraction there. Strong bend in the knees, lots of space through the back of the legs, particularly the Achilles tendon and the calves. And when you feel ready, drop the bottom down towards the floor. And our final pose, it's a little bonus, a little extra. Not limited to 10 breaths, but let there be no limit. Whatever space, whatever time you have available today, find it in Shavasana. Use the clarity and the presence you found during our postures to allow yourself to rest here a little while longer. With the sound of your breath and whatever's going on around you. Feel the back body heavy and the space above you. If you've made it this far, it would mean so much to me. If you haven't already, if you could just press that subscribe button. As always, after practice, you can let me know how you felt in the comment section below. But from me to you with thanks. I'll see you again soon. Peace.